Thank you for listening to the Tattness podcast on the Tattness Co. Network.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, a Mercedes kind of sentiment, luxury and trust in me to honor the free we all should be. It sees my sundial burst into yin and yang, right and left, me and you.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Tattness podcast, season 3. This show was actually in the barrel from season 2, but wasn't really sure what to do with it yet, if we were going to just redo it, or the thing was, that day that we did the show, we ran into some technical difficulties with technology being what it is, as unpredictable as it is. A lot of things happened on my end with equipment, and it was just not a good day for technology, man. So we lost quite a bit of the recording, but we kind of decided like we didn't even care because we had so much fun talking, and we literally talked for over an hour, well over an hour. So we were just like, the hell with it, just put out what you got, man. So this will come to an abrupt end, unfortunately, and but it was still a great time, great conversation with two awesome guys who are extremely talented at that. My guests, Aaron Hawkins and Chris Shern, man, the writers of Evil Lurks, which is a pretty badass looking movie, I gotta tell you. It's already been acknowledged and given awards for best trailer. So I gotta see this movie, man. When I saw the trailer, I was like, this is so damn cool. It reminded me a lot of like a movie like Fear Clinic, really, with Robert Englund and Corey Taylor. And I say that, you know, not saying that it's the same concept or anything like that, but the fact that it's a psychological kind of movie, which I dig, those are really cool. And it's just a trip, you know what I mean? And it looks really cool. And with their permission, I'm able to bring you that trailer, whether you're listening to the audio version or go over to the YouTube channel and check out the visual version of this show, and you will see the trailer for yourself and see how cool this movie looks. And basically, I'm going to put all the links and everything in the description, so you can check that out too at your leisure. Go to their Facebook page, go to IMDb, go to their website, go watch the trailer wherever you can, man, and support this movie because it looks badass. And the two people responsible for it are literally some of the coolest people I ever had on the show, man. They were so chill, so nice, and very generous with their time, and we had such a blast. We just kind of meshed immediately. So, check it out, man. Here's the trailer for Evil Lurks.
It wasn't just some red moon. There was darkness that came into the light and brought you back into the darkness.
You need to start breathing.
Excuse me?
You need to start breathing.
Well, I'm trying, but I don't think it's working for me.
Come by my office in 2 days. Just you, me, and your thoughts. Everything's gonna be okay. I need you to trust me. I need you to follow my voice, as it will guide you to your unconscious mind and help you reveal something so amazing. Let your relaxation flow deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper.
I love you to no end. I don't like this the same as you, but I don't think drinking's gonna help anything.
You don't care? Yeah, you don't care. Okay, and I don't really think you would have kids anyway, so...
Everything's gonna be okay. I need you to trust me. Everything's gonna be okay. I need you to trust me. Everything's gonna be okay. I need you to trust me. Sleep.
We both know that life is a gift, and the potential of giving life has been taken away from us.
Get the fuck away from me!
job. Your baby's in the nursery, okay? I can have one of the nurses bring her in if you'd like.
No.
Are you sure?
I'm not keeping it.
Her decision, I guess.
Erica is our child. And anything she's been telling you is merely some off-the-wall dream she's been having. That's it.
What is this?
Honey, it's complicated.
Her mother was troubled and she did something bad. Very bad.
Who are you?
Open your hand. She wanted to love you, but
Blood moon is coming. I know she's in danger. We have to get to her.
Evil lurks in this house!
All right, so now that we had this whole elaborate fucking discussion off air, and I can see that I am recording because, as we've just established, everyone knows I'm not hiding anything. I'm technologically, IT wise, I'm like the Amish, only probably worse. They probably know more fucking than I do, and I'll admit it. Fuck it.
Right on.
But we talked about a lot of shit off air. None of it. I don't think anyone fucking. They're gonna be like, man, who gives a fuck? You guys are like, seriously? Because they know me. We go off on some shit.
Oh, my.
But you guys, I gotta say, I'm super fucking glad to have on because you, especially, are on my shit when it comes to social media. And from an outsider's perspective, I gotta look like I'm out my goddamn mind because people keep provoking me, man, and I'm always beefing with people. So I probably look like I'm just like flying off the handle every chance I get. It's not always the case, but sometimes shit happens. And yeah, so people know by now that story, and you're not associated with those people, so that's cool. So I don't need to bore you with those details because you seem smart enough to know. But I feel like I may have buried you a little bit earlier because you posted some shit and I commented, taking a little dig, but out of shits and gigs. And then I got a notification that you reacted to it. And then all of a sudden it's nowhere to be found. I'm like, oh fuck, how about I didn't put no heat on you by saying some shit? So if I did, that's my bad. That's all me.
Oh, it's all good.
We have I'm super close with somebody that's kind of under the same umbrella as you management wise, and she's just fucking amazing. I love her to death. I had her on my show and like we just immediately were like fucking super tight, and we're doing a movie together, hopefully 2021 if things calm down. And it's funny, it seemed like she gets kind of people just social media wise just delete her, and I was like, dude, that's probably because your association with me. But she's like, no, I think I just ignored. I think I just annoyed them with my existence and whatever. And I was like, god damn, like that. Yeah, I don't think that has anything to do with it, but it's petty stupid shit. And I don't know, I went to bat for her with some shit, and it was like, it just became a whole thing, and it was like, this is fucking ridiculous. But they won't get rid of me. I'm the one that has a problem with you, but I'm keeping you around because it's funny to me, because you won't remove yourselves. I'm like, why is that? That's so fucking weird. But y'all don't remove yourselves, but you remove people that are cool with me. It just seems bizarre. So I was like, all right, that's fucking weird. So they're nobody. So I mean, like when you got to create fake websites to kind of promote yourselves, no actor or fucking anybody in any industry is in any danger of you harming their career.
No.
You know what I mean? So I was like, everyone, general consensus, even with the person in question, that, I was like, shit. Hopefully that wasn't because of it. She's like, dude, you did me a favor. Fuck it. Who cares? So there's that. So I mean, if it seems like I'm going off on somebody, it's them.
Mhm.
And literally it's not even as heated as it seems. Like I'm a competitive person by nature, and I find it funny to just kind of call them on their bullshit. So it's been fun, but I was like, man, you want to do my show regardless of that. That's impressive, because most people would probably be like, oh, I don't know if that's the move, because it seems like this fucker is constantly rocking the boat a little bit. I don't know. I want to be on his fucking show now, but because I don't want his heat to fucking kind of transfer over. But I mean, look at who I've had on my fucking show. So I mean, I think I'm all right.
Yeah.
I've given you the list, and I do have somebody coming on too that's currently working with Michael Jai White and Mickey Rourke on a movie. So his rep kind of hit me up and it's like, hey, I'm looking for reputable shows for them to be on. I'm like, okay, that's cool, let's do it. But you were a priority, so it took me a couple days to get back to him because I didn't have a date for him or nothing. So I was like, I'll fucking get back to you when I get back to you, but I committed to you, and I was like, that's my priority right now. So
that's awesome.
No offense to him if he hears this shit. I mean, be fucking mad if you want. I don't give a fuck. I mean, but prior commitments and shit, and I had to make sure that I was so ahead of shit. Time is like, we're on different time zones.
Mm-hmm.
So I was ahead of shit because I thought for some reason I was 2 hours behind you rather than ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
So I was up at like 5 a.m. to do this.
Oh,
thinking I'm doing this shit at like 10 a.m. on my time. No, it's 2 p.m. my time because you're 2 hours behind me rather than ahead of me.
Mm-hmm.
So,
man,
whatever, man.
Well, it worked out though. It worked out.
Yeah, no, that's all me. I mean, I do this stupid shit all the time, but better be early than fucking late, right? I'd rather be, several hours early than a minute late. So it's fine.
Yeah, good. Yeah, you make a good point. Yeah, you make a good point. Yeah, that's right.
You guys got some cool shit going on though. So, I mean, let's fucking get into that because I'm intrigued by it. We talked about it a little bit off air, and I was like, this sounds cool, man. So I figured what better place for you than on air to kind of get into like the specifics of it all.
Sure. Chris, go for it. If you want to speak, I'll jump in and comment here and there.
Talk about the movie.
Yeah, let's talk about this movie that we filmed last year, and how you got involved in it, and just based on a poster and ideas and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, obviously the Shush Man concept was something that Aaron had for a while. So we started work. He started working at the place I work at, and then we were just talking. And I know he made these posters. I was like, "Oh, those posters are dope." And he's like, "Yeah, graphic design." I'm like, hey, "Good stuff." So, not to make the long story longer, I kind of got involved. He wanted to make a feature, and I was like, "All right, cool, man. That'll be cool." He's like, "Yeah, I need a certain amount of money to make a feature," and I'm just like, "No, you don't. Just find some people and make a damn movie." like the resources that we have. The resources that we have in the palm of our hands, man, is you can, if you got some committed people, you can make something happen. Most of the stuff I do is sound and music. So I was like, yeah, man, if you can get a budget, I help you out, blah blah blah. And then we just, I don't know how it all came to be, but we just kind of, he wanted to write a feature, and I'm like, all right, cool. And then I was kind of throwing these different ideas in place, and then one thing led to another, and then we wrote the script. I think we wrote the first half of the script, because we kept writing other things throughout the 6 months we filmed, but the bulk of it was probably like a couple of months that we had it in place. And I had no intentions of being in the movie, but as things progressed, he was like, "Man, you should play Harold, the hypnosis, the hypnotherapist." And I was like, okay, I guess I'll do it. I like acting, but I don't consider myself an actor. I don't go to auditions. Like, if I'm gonna act in something, I'm probably gonna be like Tarantino or Spike Lee. Like, I'll write myself in my own movie. Right. I don't really see myself going out there and doing auditions and stuff like that. But the way things were set up, it made sense. And as me helping writing the character Harold, it's like, well, I'm using words that I helped write, so it shouldn't be as difficult. It was still weird, but it's cool. But yeah, so within that, man, he already had. I think what made everything work out even more, he already had the actors in place. So having everything set up, I'm like, cool, right? Let's write the script. Let's put these ideas in place, and then we already had the actors, and that's how we got it. And he had actors and he had locations, and I'm like, well, shit. And we was kind of looking. We was trying to find a DP, a director of photography. Because we was like, all right, I can do sound, you can direct. Find somebody to hold the camera, but we was on a no budget setup. So it's like, well, we can't. People want to charge us too. We just can't find somebody to be committed. And then we just like, well, you got a camera, I got a camera. Fuck it, we just use our cameras. So for the first half of the movie, we used our cameras and did what we can, and we shot stuff. And then midway through the production, we met Jeremy. I known Jeremy for a while. He used to do video stuff. I met him. He did a video. He filmed us because I was in a band, and he filmed my show. But he was with this guy that I knew, and he came with him, and he filmed the stuff. So when I was posting like, "Hey, we're looking for someone who can do lights, blah blah blah," I posted on Facebook, and he said, "Hey, you remember me? I filmed something for you." And I was like, "Oh, cool, man. If you're available." And then when he came into the mix, that changed a lot of shit, because he's a director of photography. He got the gear, the lights. So, he did, and he came out when he could, but he did a ton for us in the long run. I'm proud of what we got so far and how we got things set up. But if he would have came from day one, I think things would have been even more smoother, where Aaron can just direct, I can do sound, and then he can, hold the camera and all that stuff. So we had a lot of jobs on this movie. Like, we did a lot of shit. And yeah. And the bottom line, doing a movie like this and getting more than a handful of people to be committed for long weekends to help out and not get paid, that, to me, that says something about what we put on paper, when we put on the paper. Because they believed in the script, and they believed in, like, hey, this can actually be something worthwhile. So we'll see. I mean, the movie's over 2 hours long. It's a psychological horror drama. It's a lot of crazy stuff that happens, but it's a character piece, I think, more than anything. It's not your slasher guts and stuff, but it's about a family that's in a fucked up situation. That's all you can really say. But there is some crazy shit that does go on within the movie. It's a movie you need to sit down. We're hoping people sit down and they walk out the theater or walk out of their living room watching it or streaming or whatever, and they think like, damn, there was a lot of shit going on with that. Like, yeah, it's a mind twister.
Yeah,
say the least.
fuck. I mean, getting into acting and shit, I haven't even fucking done a thing yet, except I was asked initially to write a screenplay for something that I had an idea for. And then
Yeah.
I did that. People loved it. They wanted to get on board with it. That's where the falling out happened with some people. And over some bullshit reason that I was just like, all right, fuck that, fuck you. I'm not built that way. I don't do this Hollywood bullshit where it's like, you know, smile to your face, fuck you behind your back kind of shit.
Well,
So,
we don't either. That's why we made our own movie.
right.
It's like we don't have a budget. We don't have, we don't have a name. All right, we got some cameras. We got some weekends.
Right.
Just hang out for 12 hours a day.
So then,
that's how it works, man.
Yeah, man. And then I had this other idea for a movie idea that was pitched to me beforehand with, again, someone that's under the umbrella that fucking Crystal, who is awesome, and was like, hey, we should do this kind of movie, whatever. And I was like, fuck it, maybe there's something to that. I could write that shit based on my experience in life. And I have this friend of mine who's a comedian that's really fucking good at what he does. And he's going through, like, he's literally, and he won't be salty at me for saying this shit because he talks about it on this show all the time, and it's going to be in the fucking movie. So he's literally on his 4th divorce. So he's like, damn, if we're going to do a movie like this, for a guy's perspective, it's got to be funny as shit. And he's like, I want to be that character. I want to be the guy that's going on like his 4th divorce, and just everything's falling to shit. But yeah, trying to give you advice. And I was like, oh, this is good. Like, this is real fucking good. So I was like, okay, we could do that. And the first thing I learned is you got to wear a lot of hats, man, to do this shit. You're not just writing it and then being in it. You got to do a lot of things. Like, I became like the scout for location. I became, all sorts of things, and trying to minimalize how much other people have to do. Because I know that budget-wise, it may not be the biggest thing in the world. So it's like, I don't want people to have to do a whole ton of shit and get bare minimum for it. I'm trying to take on as much responsibility as possible. So I became, with that in mind, a lot more open to kind of what other people are doing. And Aaron pitched to me like the trailer, like, have you seen it? And I was like, nah, I don't think I have. And then the second I started watching, I was like, oh yeah, I did watch this. I totally did. But I'm gonna fucking watch it again, because I remember how much I was so enthralled with it in the first place, the first time I saw it, because I was like, dude, for some reason, like, psychologically, like you said, that's what it is. It's not like some graphic, like, blood and guts fucking slasher flick. And I was like, I told him the first impression that I got, and I mean this as the hugest compliment, is that it kind of reminded me of Fear Clinic that Robert Englund did, which was like a psychological fucking, it was a series, but then they turned it to a movie. And I was like, holy shit, this is a trip, dude. Like, mentally, this is like, what the fuck? So in that sense, like, I'm not saying it's even remotely story-wise, like, wise close, but like, just in the mindset of it being like a mental trip, I felt like it had a lot in common with that really grabbed me, made me interested. So
yeah, I think the one thing, and I was talking with Aaron when we was kind of putting the trailer together, I was like, all right, we can come up with a typical 2-minute trailer and kind of put these bases in there, or create some kind of story and some kind of imagery to kind of take people to a different place, but yet still give them some kind of idea of like what's going on with the movie. Right. Because we're still in post-production editing the movie. So we was like, we need to get a trailer. So we pretty much had to stop working on the movie to start working on the trailer. So we pretty much built a story within that trailer.
Right.
A lot of people, and the thing, a lot of people don't really call it a trailer. It's like, man, it's kind of like an audio. You call it audio, visual, or music video, but it's like this is kind of it's a trailer. It's telling a story, but it's still got these imageries, and then this guy's talking to this girl, and all these things are popping up in her head. And it's like, well, that's what we want to accomplish. We didn't want to be like pretentious and say we want to do something different, man, and make something different. But it's like let's do something that kind of takes people into another mindset. And the trailer's 3 minutes 48 seconds or whatever, so it's long as hell. So It's not like the longest you should make a trailer. The longest you should make a trailer is like 2.5 minutes. But Frozen 2 is 3 minutes 20 seconds. So I was like, hey, Frozen 2 is 3 minutes 20 seconds. We're gonna make a long trailer. If Disney can do it, we can do it because we're Disney. I don't know. But we made a long ass trailer. But people gravitated to it, and they was like, yo, this is fucking trippy. Now, anything away, the story we told in that trailer doesn't necessarily mean that's the story that's going to be told in the movie.
Right.
Because there's a lot of twists and turns in this movie that's going to have people like either they're going to get confused or they're going to be like, oh shit, like damn, that's what happened. It's a lot of symbolism. But to keep things simple, it's about a woman's, Kimberly, the main character, is about what's going on in her mind and the things that she had to go through to get to where she's at, to even talk to this hypnotherapist. So a lot of this stuff is in her head. A lot of this stuff is going on and things that happened in her past and all these things. And then obviously there's things going on with him.
Right.
Weird because we got the Shush Man character and all that stuff, but he's kind of like the puppeteer of like kind of tweaking everything around with this family and these people around this family.
So
I've never seen what you said in Robert.
Yeah.
And honestly though, it might be similar to what never seen it, but yeah, it might be similar to what we're doing. But honestly, if it is, then it is. I mean, we're influenced. I think we're influenced by so much stuff and so many movies. We take a lot of things.
All right, y'all. So that was Aaron Hawkins and Chris Shern, who wrote Evil Lurks. Badass looking movie. Sorry again, my apologies once again to you and them for the abrupt end to that show, but technical difficulties, unfortunately. It was the first time it happened, and that one really sucked. That one stung because we had such a great show, such a great conversation that it sucked to lose quite a bit of it, but it was still a great show in my view with them. I had so much fun. And the stuff that got cut out wasn't really about the movie too much anyways. A lot of our personal views on other movies and our interests and things like that, which you guys have heard me talk about time and time again anyway. But it would have been cool to have all of that. So, and it is what it is, man. Sometimes technology just is not your best friend, and this is one of those times. So, once again, man, links in the description. You can go to tattnessco.com and you can see this video there as well to watch the trailer. Or every platform, YouTube and all that, where you can get the visual version, or you can just listen to it if you want, but I think you need the visual. It just makes it so much more badass. So shout out to Alexi, their management that sent them to me. I've got quite a good working relationship with her, man. She's got so much talent going on over there for me to interview and bring on the show. And that's also who I met Crystal Lavero through, which I'm forever grateful for that. And now I'm friends with Aaron, and Chris is a great guy. We meshed immediately as well, and I consider him a friend. So, I'm pretty grateful, man. I get to talk to really talented, cool people, and now that I'm getting into the movie industry, it's so cool to have these guys, to go to and be like, hey, man, how do I go about this, and what should I do with that? Because they're so talented, you just want to, pick their brain a little bit and learn from them. So, I hope you enjoyed that show, man. And I'll try to make sure season 3 has a lot less technical difficulties. 1 is too many, man. Thanks for checking out the show, and I will catch your asses later, man.
I will not speak to your smallness, a destruction of the fear in us. I have yet to know what I